Here was what DeSantis said on this interview with Will Witt on the Florida Standard that got a lot of tongues wagging.
We have a strand in our party that views supporting Trump as whether you are a rhino or not. And so you could be the most conservative person since sliced bread. Unless you're kissing his rear end, they will somehow call you a rhino. So if you're not rooted in principle, if all we are is listless vessels that's just supposed to follow, whatever happens to come down the pike on Truth Social every morning, that's not going to be a durable movement.
I'm going to say this to you flat out. Ron DeSantis has one chance, and the only chance he has is if he manages to convince the country that when he criticizes Trump, he's not criticizing Trump supporters. That's the challenge Ron DeSantis has. And so far, frankly, I don't think he's embarking upon that strategy. The strategy has to be, listen, I want to win. I want to beat Joe Biden. I think the best chance of Republicans winning the White House in 2024 is for me to be your nominee, not a guy like Donald Trump. But I support the MAGA movement. I support what Trump accomplished. I support his ideology. I support his instincts. I support everything he did. I just don't think he can win, but I can. That's the only way Ron DeSantis is going to be the nominee. That's the only strategy. And listen, there's a whole lot of political people smarter than me who are giving Ron DeSantis advice. If they're not giving him this advice, well, he's going to lose. Here was Charlie Hurt. This is what Charlie Hurt said over the weekend, the conservative analyst and writer. He was on Fox News with Alicia Cunha. Listen to what Charlie's assessment was, which squares up perfectly with what I'm saying.
So, Charlie, I've covered a lot of Trump rallies. I've talked to a lot of their supporters, and I can tell you right now, I'm calling it listless vessels is going to be on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And it's not already on one right now. What's the thinking?
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet. No, it's a terrible strategy. And it's so frustrating because Ron DeSantis has such a tremendous record to run on. There's so much promise for him, but he is really failing. Like we have seen few politicians with so much going in their direction fail as badly as he is failing. He's not very good at politics. It's appearing. And the biggest tell is when you go after the voters that you're supposed to win over and you attack them and you mock them. We've seen Hillary Clinton tried it with the basket of deplorables, as you pointed out. And it didn't work for her. And so he's coming up, not only is he coming up with something, I don't even know what a listless vessel is, except that it's insulting. And the suggestion is that these people are not only all the things that Hillary Clinton thought they were, but they're also stupid and they're getting snookered. Trump voters are very, very wise to that. And he's doing himself serious damage that is going to carry with him not only through this primary, but it's going to hurt him 4 years from now.
Well,
isn't he right? Isn't Charlie Hurt right? So let me turn to you, and I'll ask you, and I want a bunch of phone calls here on this Monday in the Relief Factor studios. Let's open it up, and let's have a lot of rapid-fire phone calls at 800-655-MIKE. If you're DeSantis, how do you go after Trump without going after Trump supporters? How do you how do you differentiate between criticism of the 45th president while not criticizing the movement that the 45th president created?